Her dog broke my finger. You heard that right. Her dog broke my finger while attacking mine for the third time. And after 2 years of police reports, screaming matches, and threats, I finally decided that if the system wasn't going to give me justice, I'd make sure karma did. I live in a building where everyone more or less minds their own business. Everyone except her, my neighbor from hell. Let's call her Carla. Now, Carla owns this massive Bernese mountain dog, and somehow, despite the breed's reputation for being gentle, she managed to raise it into a walking disaster. The first time it happened, I honestly thought it was a one-off accident. We were coming back from a walk. My dog, a mid-sized mixed breed, about 25 kilograms, was wagging her tail, calm as ever. Carla came out of the elevator, leash dangling from her wrist. Before I could react, her dog lunged, teeth bared, chaos, screaming, my dog yelping in pain. I shoved myself between them and grabbed the leash. That's when it happened. The dog twisted and snap. My finger broke. I remember looking up at her, shaking, waiting for some kind of apology. Instead, she rolled her eyes. "You shouldn't have gotten in the way," she said. Just like that. That moment marked the start of 2 years of hell. I filed complaints. The police came. But where I live, animal control doesn't really do anything unless someone ends up in the hospital. So nothing changed. She kept walking her dog without a leash. Every time I saw her, I felt that pit of anxiety, heart pounding, hand tightening around my own dog's leash. And every time she'd flash that smug little grin, like she was daring me to say something. And when she did speak, it was pure venom, screaming nonsense insults at me in the lobby, in the park, even when I was alone. Sometimes I couldn't even make out what she was saying, just that it was directed at me. And I'll be honest, I wasn't always the bigger person. Sometimes I yelled back. How could I not? One day my cousin took my dog for a walk. Carla showed up again, no leash, same dog. The moment her dog saw mine, it bolted, straight for my dog's neck. My cousin had to kick it off just to keep my dog alive. You'd think that would make Carla apologize, or at least admit she was wrong. No. She threatened to kill my cousin for defending herself. Later, she screamed at my mom in the hallway. She even threatened my brother. At that point, I was done playing nice. This wasn't about dogs anymore. This was about power. She wanted to dominate, to make us scared of her. And it was working. Until I decided it wouldn't anymore. I started small. Every time I saw her walking that dog without a leash, I documented it. Photos, videos, timestamps. I built a quiet little folder of evidence. Then I got a pepper spray, not for revenge, but for safety. Because I knew, eventually, she'd lose control again. I didn't want to hurt her dog, but if it came down to protecting mine, I'd do what I had to. But even more than that, I wanted to outsmart her. Because with people like Carla, what hurts them the most isn't pain, it's humiliation. They feed on control, on the illusion that everyone's afraid of them. So, I decided to take that illusion away. I started talking, quietly, to other neighbors. Turns out, she'd had problems with everyone. A woman on the 5th floor said Carla's dog once chased her kid. Another neighbor claimed she'd been threatened too. We were all suffering, individually. So I brought us together, a group chat, videos, photos, shared complaints. Within a week we had a pattern, a community of witnesses. Then I printed everything, every report, every image, every time-stamped message, and submitted it together as a collective petition to the building administration. When they realized it wasn't just one neighbor complaining, they had no choice but to act. The board issued her an official notice. If her dog was seen without a leash again, she'd face eviction for repeated endangerment of residents. She went ballistic, screamed in the hallway that I was turning everyone against her. And in a way, I was. But not out of spite, out of justice. She thought she could intimidate me with that dog. But now, every time she walked it, everyone watched her. People avoided the elevator when she got in. Neighbors whispered. Security guards followed her with cameras. And then came the moment I'll never forget. One evening, I was walking my dog near the park. Carla appeared again, dog on leash this time. She glared at me, her voice trembling with anger. "This is all your fault," she spat. I just smiled. "Glad to see you finally got a leash," I said, calm as ever. She lunged forward, like she wanted to hit me, but the security guard from our building was right behind me. He stepped in instantly. "Keep it up, Carla," he said. "One more report, and you're out." She froze. For the first time in years, she looked small. Her eyes darted between me, the guard, and the dog. No screaming, no insults, just silence. It was like watching the air go out of a balloon. The power she built her identity around, collapsing in real time. From that day on, she stopped walking near my building. I'd see her cross the street when she spotted me. Her dog was always leashed, always restrained. And for the first time in 2 years, I walked my dog in peace. It wasn't about revenge in the end. It was about reclaiming my space, my safety, from someone who thought they could take it away. I didn't need to scream or fight or get violent. I just needed to show her that she wasn't untouchable. Sometimes, the most powerful revenge is quiet. It is the kind that makes your enemy realize they built their own downfall, one arrogant mistake at a time. If you've ever dealt with a toxic neighbor, or someone who thought they could walk all over you, drop a comment below. What would you have done in my situation? And if you believe karma always finds its way back, hit that like button. It helps the channel grow and keeps more stories like this coming. Thanks for watching. And remember, justice doesn't always bark. Sometimes, it just waits.